Hello everyone, welcome back to Home and Gardening with Monique. So this will be a peach canning, and I will be making peach jam video. So as you can see here, I have about 10 pounds of peaches that I purchased from Walmart. I'm not for sure if these are clean stone peaches or freestone peaches, but I think I'll find out once I cut into them. So I'm just giving these peaches a good wash. Some of these peaches I will cut up for canning, and some of them I will have to make my jam with. So I'm going to give these a good rinse off. And I'm just showing you guys what I'll be canning in. This is a stock pot that I fill with water on the stove, and for my rack to have inside of the pot for my jars to sit on, I'm using an old 9-inch cake pan. As you can see there, I poked holes in it. I don't use the cake pan anymore because it became a little rusty, so I just found another purpose for it. So I'm taking my mason jars and I'm giving them a wash. If yours are already clean, you can skip this step. You don't have to do that. Mines were previously already clean, but they were sitting up for a while, and because they were sitting up for a while, you know, dust or any kind of residue or something like that can collect on your jars over time. So I just like to rewash mine. So I'm just putting my jars inside of my stock pot so that I can get these guys to stay heated up, because this will be a hot packing process. Okay, so I have my peaches and I will be peeling them with a peeler. Now there are other ways that you can remove the skins off your peaches. Some people like to blanch their peaches in some boiling water for a couple of seconds, and then they take them out and put them in cold water, and that makes the removal of the peel easier for them. So whichever method that you prefer, you can try that. So I'm just showing you guys that I gotten the peels off, and I will be reserving those peels for my jam. Okay, so now it's time to cut. So everyone knows that the peaches do have a hard seed right in the middle. Well, I can't cut right in the middle of this peach because my knife will hit the seed all the time. So I just cut around the seed, and I'm just cutting my peach where I'm not hitting the seed, and I'm just going all around the peach. And I don't care about like if I have uniform shaped peach slices or anything. I just want to get the as much peach off around the core as I can, and as you can see, that's how that look. So now I have my jars out of the boiling water, and I'm proceeding to pack my jars with the peaches using my canning funnel there. So I'm only going to pack these peaches just right below the rim. So I'm going to do that, and then after that I'm going to proceed with the next step, which is making the simple syrup to go inside of the jars. Okay, so my simple syrup is done, and I'm going to put some of the syrup inside of each jar. And the syrup is still hot, and that's how I want it. So I'm just going to fill it up, leaving the 1/2 inch space as recommended. And as you can see there, I have it right there below the rim of each jar. So I'm going to continue to fill all of my jars, and then I will proceed with the canning process. So as you can see here, I've taken the end part of a plastic spoon, and I'm using it as a debubbler. So next, I am cleaning around the rims of each jar, and this step is very important because you don't want any sticky residue or food particles on the rims of your jars, because you won't get a proper seal when canning. And also this will prevent for any bacteria or food spoilage or anything like that from happening with your jars. So make sure that you clean the rims of each jar with a damp clean towel or paper towel. I use vinegar to clean my rims. So the next step is you're going to place this in your water bath canner, or if you're using a stock pot or a big pot that can fit your jars, that would be the next step. And if you're canning pint-sized jars, depending on your altitude of your area, you may have to go with that, but normally you would can these for 20 minutes. Okay, so these are the reserved peaches that I placed to the side, and this is about 10 peaches. And the reason why I reserved these peaches is to make jam with them, and also they were a little bit too soft and mushy for my liking to cut up and can. So I placed these inside of a pot, and they are on the stove, and I'm going to add 5 cups of sugar to this. Yes, it's a lot of sugar, but I'm making jam. So as you can see, I didn't cut these peaches up to remove the pits. I'm just going to let these peaches cook down, and eventually the flesh will separate from the pit, and I will remove the pit once that happens. So I'm going to take all of the peach peels, and I'm going to add them in the pot, and I'm going to cook all of this together with the peaches. So this full process for me took about 40 minutes, and I didn't step away or walk away from the stove. You want to continue to cook this until it reduces, and you will see that it will reduce and get thicker. So once it becomes thicker, then you will start to see that jam consistency on your spoon. So my jam is ready, or almost ready. I'm going to take it and place it in the blender to blend down the skin some more. And I'm just showing you guys the peaches that I've just got through canning. So they're looking good, and I'm just letting them just cool off on the countertops. So after I blended up the jam, I placed it back in the pot and put it back on my stove, and I'm going to let this cook some more for another 20 to 30 minutes. And after this step, then your jam is ready. And now I will proceed to can up my peach jam. Okay, so now it's time to get the peach jam canned up. I'm starting off with 2 pint-sized jars, and you're gonna need some lemon juice for acidity. So I'm gonna add in about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice per pint jar. Okay, and I'm going to add some to the next pint jar. Okay, so now it's time to take the jam and place it in the jars. So you really don't want to be holding the jars when you're putting something hot in it, but let me see if I can lower my camera, or maybe you guys can see me putting it in over here. Okay, so I'm just putting in peach jam, and I tasted it, and it tastes very, very good, and I can't wait to use this for toast, fresh baked biscuits, or like crackers or something. But it's kind of hot, so I'm just going to show you guys. I'm pretty sure you can probably see it, but there you go. And I only filled it up to right here. I might have enough to do maybe about 3 of these jars. So I'm just going to get this filled in. Okay, And you don't have to can this. You can actually just place this in the jars without lemon juice, and you can put your lid and band on it and put it in the refrigerator. Well, you have to let it cool off first, and then you can put it in the refrigerator. But that's pretty much the peach jam here, and it does look red, and that's due to the peach peels and everything. So I think I have enough to do another pint-sized jar, and I will bring you guys back. So these are going to process for 20 minutes. There was a little bit of jam left over from me placing the jam in the jars. So I decided to give it a try on a piece of toast to see how it came out. And it was pretty good. Alright, so everything is done here. So these are my peaches and peach jam. And everything is still hot at the moment, so you want to just let these sit on your countertop overnight, and then you will take off the bands. And what I like to do when I take my bands off, and this is the band, if you're new, and I can just show you this. So this is a band that you screw on the mason jar, and normally when these are completely cooled down, it's optional. You can take the bands off and store it without the bands, and I like to do that, or you can just keep it on. But I like to unscrew the bands so that I can know that that I had a proper seal on my mason jar. Okay, this is one of my pear canning that I did, and once I got through canning the pears and they completely cooled off, I removed the band and I washed this with some soap and water. Washed the jars off with soap and water because sometimes during the canning process you may have some sticky residue on the jars, and you don't want to store your jars with sticky residue. So when they completely cool down, you can just take some warm soap and water and wash the jars off, dry them real good, and I label mines with the date on these. So that's those, and it's the same process that I do with this. So even though I wasn't able to make as many peaches as I wanted to, and it's peaches are a bit expensive to buy from the store, so I'm not for sure what's the local price would be if you went to a farmer's market or an actual orchard. But if you guys have your own peach tree, that is a plus. That is a blessing to have your own peach tree. I wish I had my own peach tree, but maybe in the future, if I can find some space in my yard to plant a peach tree, then I think I might do so. But in the meantime, I'll have to purchase my peaches, and I will store them this way, so that if any of us want some fruit, I don't have to worry about just going to the store to get it. I already have it here at home. Of course, it won't be like fresh where you can just bite right into it, but you'll have some peaches at home that you can use. You can use this for peach cobblers and peach pies, whatever you want to use your peaches for. You'll have it on hand. So you guys, this is the end of my vlog. I thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching, and I hope you guys return again for another vlog. You guys have a very blessed and great day, night, afternoon, or whenever you see this video, and I will catch you guys on the next.